Welcome to our farm, a little bit of our everyday in a not so everyday life.
Good afternoon. On my way down to see little Reggie. Let him out of his pen. Poor Reggie, he's been there all day by himself. Where is he? Hey. Reggie, where are you? Hello. Come on. Hungry? You have been fed through the day, I know that. Come on. You can trip me over. One of us has got to go. Come on. Made it. Milk on the floor. Hey? Stacks to clean up. Good job. No, they're tiny. Look how little. Literally just born. So we're just going to give them 100 mils. Yeah, got to wait your turn. And little Reggie, who's already got the hang of living life like this, he'll be a good comfort to them, I'm sure. Shenzi's a very good surrogate mummy. Oh, good girl, Shens. They probably think that too, Mum. Yeah. Hey? Drinking?
It's his turn.
It's his turn. There are now 3 little residents.
Drinking Coke.
Drinking Coke.
I'll get some air in there.
Yeah, plastic bottles are not the best, but anyway, that's what we've got. Reggie, Timmy,
Turbo.
and Turbo, according to Charlie. We don't know which one's Timmy and Turbo. The one
That one.
The one in the pink is a boy as well. It's just unfortunate that he's in a pink jumper. But you know,
Whoop.
real men
There we
wear
go.
pink.
Done.
Done. To bed. Reggie, to
In there.
bed. Here he comes. The neighbours very kindly lets us borrow his little tractor with a bucket on it. We've got a bucket ordered for our John Deere, but for now we will use this little guy. So this is what we were talking about the other day in our last video about the dust storms. So all of this that Phil's managed to push away is so soft. Is what was blown in, more or less, in the drought, in all the big dust storms. So that's why it built up so much around the gates and the fences, and that's why we have to push it out. Watch your fingers, Charlie.
What? Mommy, what's that?
It's a fence post that's concreted in. Very stubborn.
What?
Can't lift that up, can you?
Dig away a bit more, you reckon?
What do you reckon, mate? You reckon we should lift it up?
Yeah. Hey, Pop, is it doing?
Yeah.
Pop, is it doing?
So we've got our gate. We're just checking it for
Do you reckon you can put
height.
this underneath, under that for me?
Put that down, Pop.
Lift her up, Pop, and Charlie's going to put a brick under.
Can you turn it on its edge?
Perfect.
No, that one, no, like that.
No, no.
Good morning.
Morning all.
It's early and we'll show you some of the sunrise as we're going. We're off on another morning of learning, aren't we?
Well, we're off.
We're off.
Whether we learn something.
We're still wiping the sleep from our eyes. So, what are we up to?
We're heading to a breakfast. And it's when we went to Wagga, it's to do with that. It's the same people putting it on, and a bit more about their sheep side of things, and you can get into their markets that they've got. They're different. They've got a specialist type of breed that they do with high marbling, which that's what we want to get into. And they export all around the world, but you get rid of the middleman. So it's yeah, we're just still sussing stuff out, and it's all in conjunction with the feedlot. So they're after people that have got specialised feedlots, so that they can finish the type of lamb that they want for their markets. So basically, we're sick of getting reamed at the sale yards, and we can either sit back and complain, or we'll look at other avenues and try something different. So it should be a good day though. It's they're always pretty interesting, these informative sort of days. So anyway, we'll see how we go. But we're off to Orange, which is gonna be cool.
It's going to be chilly in Orange, so yeah, we're rugged up, but the car's warm. Oh, we've got a truck heading our way, so we're on a little country road, which is why you're getting the bumps on the way. So yeah, we've been thinking for a long time now about whether we try to find ways to cut out the middleman in the selling end of our lamb production side of our business. Yeah, and this keeps coming up as an option, so we're really trying to figure out, whether this is the path for us. So you don't know until you go along, you meet the people, you talk this out, and see where we go from there. So that's what we're up to today. I'll let you know on the other side. Yeah, so the last time you saw us, we were tripping off to Orange for another sort of breakfast information morning, I suppose. And we're going to tell you what we thought about that, all of the information that we got.
Yeah, no, it's good. It was like these people, we're looking at buying their rams and getting into their sheep, and because I like their type of sheep. B, they have access to markets that nobody else has. And C, they are looking at lamb as a product, a niche product, not a commodity. And I think if we stick to going down the lamb market commodity, as in the sale yards,
we're just getting hung out to dry, aren't we?
Well, they gave an example of sheep that they have sold, so similar sheep to ours.
So when you say that, basically we're meaning we like a plain-bodied meat sheep.
Yes, we're not into wool.
We're not wool
we're not
producers.
So I'm not saying merinos, like that's a different ball game, and merino people can look after merino people and wool. We're talking about fat lambs that we like to produce. Not saying that there's more money or less money, that's just what we do.
We enjoy it. We love seeing them grow out.
And that's part of the reason why we're doing the feedlot, is so that we can finish our fat lambs to a certain weight, which we want to do with the grain that we produce, which helps us sell it, and these people help you market. You sell under their brand, basically.
Yeah.
And we'll keep selling it, our lambs the way we're doing it, like
Yep.
to
To our clients.
It's not like
Which is growing. We're really excited.
You don't have to commit all your sheep to these to that. So the interesting part is the same type of sheep that we produced, the same weights. They had access to markets, so they want you to hit the top end of the feedlot market. That's what they're aiming at. So the 70+ kilo lambs live weight, which we were doing consistently. There's $100 a head difference.
Yeah.
From what we were getting to what their clients are getting.
Yeah.
And I know not everyone can hit that.
That range.
Or they don't want to hit that range.
Yep.
But we have to start chasing markets because of the feedlot to warrant using it.
Yeah, because there's going to be a cost involved in that, because they'd be grain fed, so we have to buy in the grain. Grain as a commodity at the moment is still really well priced, so it means, you know, we've got to weigh up the cost of putting really expensive grain into sheep. We want to be able to do that, and we want to be able to keep growing out really good, big, heavy eating lambs. So with high marbling, high eating quality, all of those things. So that there was basically a lot of information about that, how they do it, their data around all of that.
Yeah, and then they're ethical.
Yeah.
Like you have to get certified.
Yeah.
To be able to sell lambs in their market, which I have no problem doing, because at the end of the day, it's the welfare of your farm. You want to be better than what you were before, and I think
for example, one of those things is mulesing, which is a big talking point in Australia at the moment. We haven't mulesed sheep
10 years
for a long time, and we've bred animals that and sought animals that don't require that too. And so part of the program is you go away from that completely, which we're already on that path. You already have an ethical, a standard to look after the welfare of your animals. People who know us and have been following along with our other social media for as long as they have know that that's vital to us. We're very passionate about making sure our animals are looked after. So none of it is stuff that is all new to us. It's just more cementing it in place and getting the documentation around all that. Being certified.
It's basically doing what we're already doing, but
having people come, go, and they say yes, you're doing all the right things, and they tick you off basically. One of the things that jumped out for me at the seminar, and despite which side of politics in Australia you're on, I thought this was really important. At the Labor conference recently, they mentioned the third agenda item on that at the conference, national conference. The RSPCA were invited to speak. Now, it was all about live exports, and particularly the one, because most of our live exports go out of Western Australia, and banning that. Now, we don't want to get into the haves and has nots, or the whys and why nots of all of that. That's a discussion for another day. But the thing that jumped out at me was, well, why is our industry not the third at the table? Talking about the positives of the agriculture industry. How come we don't have a seat at the table at the biggest political forum of the year? I think that's a real letdown for our industry. So that's why we, and other farmers on socials and things like that really need to keep talking about our industry and why it's important and why it's vital and all of those things, because if we don't, then we're allowing those big organisations that don't necessarily have our industry in mind, or they're not looking after our best interest. So that really stood out for me. So I think as an industry we need to do better. Here we are back at the gate extravaganza. That gate's...
I've got to do that. So I've got to pull that which I knew I was going to have to do, pull that post out.
So that fence post is going to come out?
This one. They're too short anyway. So I'm going to pull that out and then drive in another one here, weld this on. But
are you going to do the same?
I'm gonna do
We were talking about doing another
the ends of that, I'm going to replicate on the ends of that.
onto
just
the
for pure strength.
extra strength, because these gates are really long.
They're long and quite heavy.
Yeah.
But and then get gravel and fill in here to fix the driveway up.
Yeah. So you can see over under the tree where Phil's pushed. That's all the result of floods and drought. That's all that's washed and blown in. So you can see now the gap under that gate, which for the first time in a long time, we've got a gap under a gate, which is nice. So yeah, so you're going to weld that on today.
Yeah, I've got to drive that post in and then weld her on. Then we'll have to get our signs and put on.
Put on, yeah.
I was going to make a get a flash sign for the feedlot.
Oh, that's a good idea. Like a hangy one that goes up over the top.
So when trucks come in.
Oh yeah, that's a nice idea. No, it's been a great job done. So that's the start.
These big gates eventually they need wheels on them because they're so big they flex. Like that gate over there was welded on level.
Yeah.
You see how
It's
dropped?
already
That
dropped.
other one already.
Dropped in the middle a bit. So yeah, you can get wheels for gates that clip on and provide more structure, don't they? Make it.
And I
They'd
know,
be a
like,
farm wife's dream.
at the end of the day, you don't take that much notice after you've been here for a few years driving in and out. But
You've put the time and effort into doing it. You
that
won't.
annoys me.
Yeah.
But anyway, we've been busy, haven't we?
We have
Last
been.
few days.
It's
We've
been
to
very
Orange.
busy. Hey, man. Hey, darling. What are you up to there, Pop? You've got your
Someone hold the
post.
post.
Okay, Emma's going to do that.
And then
Yes.
you got me a watermelon.
I did buy you some watermelon. You want it?
But where?
But where? It's in the esky. I'll go and get it.
Concrete's too far this way.
Oh, the concrete. You're banging into it.
That's level.
Right?
That one's level.
So we've hit a snag in the plan because the concrete from the old post is, back in the day they really knew how to concrete things in, and the post is going down too close to it, so it's not actually going down and it's bending the bottom of the post. Helps if you clean your camera, Tony.
I've still got to do the end like them at ends.
Still got to, yeah, so these panels, yeah,
Right.
those panels have got to be done.
I've
but-
run out of what do you call it?
Steel? Mesh.
Strainer post.
Strainer posts.
Yeah, no, I've got, oh no, I don't have much.
Wow, look at that. Compared to, if you go back a couple of videos, you'll see where we were explaining these gates going to these new beautiful big gates.
Could be a problem.
That could be a problem. Oh, typical farmer. Just not enough chain. That'd be right. Hands up all of my farm wives who know this problem. It'll just be enough to just make the loop.
Oh, hang on.
Look at that.
Oh, look at that.
Look at that. It's got, just hold your mouth right. It just, he's going to make it fit, and I'm going to have to make it.
Yeah, oh, it will fit.
Oh, look, yeah, no, that's amazing.
Now, I've got to get latches. The other thing is, no, I didn't weld that on bent.
Oh, no.
That's the slope of the crown.
No, he's actually a very good welder, so he prides himself in that. So no, the slope, and this is so soft, like it's moving all the time. So
Like we said before, we've got to gravel all this.
yeah,
We're going to buy some
it's
gravel and shove it in.
just
beach
so soft from the dust storms.
But anyway, that's the beginning of the feedlot. So
Yeah, it's
go
been a
up
good few weeks to
open
work
that
it.
up and B doubles or road trains,
Yeah.
or you get in and out of here okay.
So this post is removable.
Yeah,
So
okay,
when a big B double or something comes through, that can be taken
when
out.
I get some latches, I'll weld them on the post.
Yeah, that's great. So, yep, all the way along. So that's our post from today.
And I just got to do the ends, which will give it strength and make it look better.
Yeah, it's going to look great. So it's actually made the entrance. This is our last gate in our last paddock, which takes us out to the big dam. And it looks, it's right on the road, so you want your road gates to look nice. Well, you're going to get that tractor and take it back to the shed.
And that'll do for today.
I think that'll do for our week. We'll sign off for that video.
Don't forget, like and subscribe. Ding the bell, whatever you do.
Ding the bell. That's it. Ding the bell. And we'll see you for the next video. Thanks for watching.